Okay? It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Right? All these smooth words he likes to use. All right? But really what's going inside of his heart or his mind? War. He's thinking about how he can get your land. He's thinking about how he can take over your, take everything from you. How he can get over on you. Okay? That's what's really going on in his mind. He can say all these nice things and make all these fair speeches and use all these slick words, but at the end of the day, he's the devil, man. All right? He's the devil the Bible speaks of. Yes, Esau is the devil. Okay? And he's been fully revealed, man. There's, now they got after-school clubs. What is this? There's a Satan club for kids in some of these public schools. There's Edomites doing unbaptisms. It's the so-called white man pushing this transgender agenda, pushing this sodomite agenda. Who's doing that? Who's at the forefront of all this wickedness in the earth? Esau, the so-called white man, beginning with Amalek, the chief tribe of Esau, right? The small hats, the 1948ers, the Zechariah 9 and 6ers. Okay, the devil, man. Yeah, we've identified him through the spirit. Job, hey Job, man. Let's get the milk scripture. Let's get the milk scripture in Job chapter 9. Let's read it verbatim. Brothers know this. Job chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So the earth, this whole earth was given into the hand of the wicked. All right, the wicked. Yeah, you have wicked Israelites. Yeah, they're the 2/3. They're the house of Saul. They're the unbelievers. They're the faithless ones. Okay, they're the incredulous ones. Right, but then you have the wicked, which is Esau. All right, then you have the heathen, and they're wicked and wicked by nature, man. It says, Job chapter 9 verse 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. Right? He covered the faces of iconoclasm. Okay? He whitewashed history. Okay? He covered the true faces of the judges, man. All right? He turned Yahweh Shai into a so-called white man. He turned the angels into so-called white men. All right? He turned the prophets of the Lord into so-called white men. All right? Now, do you have Israelites that look like heathens? Absolutely, you do. Okay? But collectively, the so-called white man as a whole is the devil, man. If you have someone who looks like a white man, but is speaking the truth, and he's teaching this gospel, then that's an Israelite that just looks white. You people are simple as hell, man. All right? You people are simple as hell. It says, if not, where and who is he? Right? If it's not this man, where and who is he? Show me where the devil is, man. Okay? Show him to. Point him out. Because he ain't underneath the ground, carrying a trident, running around with a tail, and horns sticking off his head. No, he's a literal man. Matter of fact, let's get down to Isaiah. Let's get in Isaiah. Yeah. All right. It says, yeah. All right. Let's start in verse, let's see, Isaiah 14. Isaiah 14. Verse. And I'll just start in verse 12. Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, the son of the morning? Now, Lucifer just means light bearer. Okay? Now, he is the light bearer, the so-called white man, beginning with the elites, all right? The so-called J-O-O-Z. He is the light bearer of this world. Okay? Now, we're really the true light bearers because we're coming in the name of Yahweh Shai. Now, Lucifer is a man. Okay? It says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? Right? How did you lose your dominion of this earth? All right? How did you fall? All right? It says, son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Right? And that's all he ever does is weaken the nations, man. All right? He's turned the nation. He's made the nations weak through his philosophies, through his religion, through his so-called science, which is pseudoscience. Okay? Through his democratic republic form of government. Okay? And everything he brings to the table to these nations, it makes them weak. All right. It says, verse 13, for thou hast said in thine heart, okay, or mind, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. Power Yahweh, I will sit also upon the mountain of the congregation in the sides of the north. Right. His space program. Okay. He's talking about going into so-called space. All right. Escaping the judgment, escaping nuclear catastrophe by going up into the heavens in spaceships, man. All right. That's Esau. All right. Lucifer, the so-called white man. It says, yet, no, Salaki, verse 14. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 14. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. He thinks he got a God complex. He thinks he is the Most High. All right. You can't say anything to him. All right. He's the one who dictates the terms. Okay. It's his way or the highway. He thinks he is the Most High. All right. He thinks he could take, for example, he thinks he can take an 8-year-old boy, okay, cut off his genitals and turn him into a girl, and that's okay. All right, and that's just one example. It's just sick, man. It's abomination. It says, verse 15, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee, and hell just means the grave, man. All right, hell can either mean the grave or a condition. Okay, like it was not the transatlantic slave trade hell. Okay, was not being forced on the reservations. Was not that hell? So hell can either be the grave, all right, sha'awal in the Hebrew, the grave, or a condition that plays out on earth. All right. It says, verse 16, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdom? See, is this the man? All right, so this so-called Lucifer character, all right, is a man. It's not some demon-like creature, okay, running around underneath the earth, tormenting people. You know, again, carrying a trident, you know, with horns off his head. No, man, is this the man? Is this the man? So Lucifer is a man, okay? The devil is a man, all right? The son of perdition, the wicked, all right? And that's why this world is in such disarray right now, okay? Because he is in the power seat for a little while longer, but he's about to be cast down, man. All right, what does it say in the Gospels? Behold, I saw Satan fall from heaven like lightning. All right, meaning his fall was quick. All right, these Amalekites are going to be thrown down, man. Matter of fact, all the thrones and all the kingdoms of the earth are going to be destroyed, man. And all these so-called rulers out here are going to lose their crowns, man, when Yahushua comes back. All right, the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. All right, 2 Thessalonians. I didn't really. I wanted to bring out a couple scriptures on this Thanksgiving, but I really didn't have a lesson prepared per se. What comes out comes out. 2 Thessalonians. Let's see, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. All right, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3, let no man deceive you by any means, right? You got a lot of demons on the scene, man. You got a lot of false prophets on the scene right now among Yasharala. And you got a lot of false prophets on the left-hand side too, man. All right, but you got a lot of false prophets. All right, you got a lot of deceivers. But the scripture says, let no man deceive you by any means, okay? So you got to have your guard up, man. This guy, Ronald Dalton Jr., I mean, we've been harping on him. But I'm just using him as an example because it's recent. Don't be deceived by this guy. Okay, he might sound okay, at first, but if you scratch the surface, just have to go a little bit underneath the surface of what he's teaching. You'll see it's full of lies and deceptions, man. All right, so be on guard, man. The scripture says to guard your heart, all right, or mind, all right. It says, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. What happened was, hey, Israel fell away, man. All right, Israel fell. When Jerusalem was sacked between 66 AD and 70 AD, all right, by Titus and Vespasian. What happened, man? Israel fell. All right, the southern kingdom, the northern kingdom was already over here in the so-called Americas. Most of the northern kingdom. All right, the southern kingdom, what? Judah, Levi, and Benjamin, what? They fled in the parts of northwestern Africa. All right, it's fleeing Roman persecution. All right. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, verse 3 again, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. So that had to happen, man. Israel had to fall. All right. It says, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And that's where we are right now. The man of sin has been revealed, the son of perdition. I mean, but the things that the scripture says through the mouth of Yahushua himself, all right, ye shall know a tree by the fruit, by its fruits, man. Okay? Look at what this man does. Look at the legislation he passes. Look at what he passes into law, man. You know? Look at the way, I mean, America, our whole childhood growing up, all you ever heard in these schools was how that America was a godly and Christian nation. Bullshit, man. You know, go read the 10 Commandments in Exodus 20 chapter and tell me which one of them that does this government follow. Not one of them, man. They don't observe the Shabbat. We go, hey, tonight at sundown is the new moon. All right, tonight at even. Tonight at even is the new moon, bringing in a Shabbat, and Slakia. And what? Hey, business ain't gonna be shut down tonight at sundown. You ain't gonna be partying tomorrow, drinking, being gluttons, being demons. All right, but it's Sabbath. It says remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. America don't keep the Sabbath days holy, man. Come on, America don't. What else? America, you're supposed to put adulterers to death. America don't do that. You know? Come on, man. But that's what we heard. America is a shining light to the nations. It's a city set on a hill. You know, the city set on a hill, that shining city on a hill, that's the elect, man. That's the bride of Yahushua. All right, that's his jewels, man. Okay? That's his peculiar treasure. Man, America is abysmal. America is wicked. America is depraved. You know? This place is a shithole, man. It says, verse 4, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High Power Yahweh, or that is worshipped, so that he, as the Most High Power Yahweh, sitteth in the temple of the Most High Power Yahweh, showing himself that he is the Most High Power Yahweh. See, he thinks he's God, man. He does whatever he wants to do, all right? He passes wicked laws, okay? He's a forger of lies. All right, what is that? Job chapter 14 and verse 5, I believe. You know, he's a fucking demon, man. You know, he's the son of perdition, man. He's the son of perdition. All right, and again, like I say, you got the wicked, and then you got the wicked among Israel. All right, the 2/3. Hey, the 2/3 are going to be destroyed, man. Because again, the 2/3 of our people are preparing their Thanksgiving dinners right now, man. Talking about happy Thanksgiving, you know. Hey, the scripture says my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. 2/3 of our people don't have knowledge. Knowledge of what? Knowledge of the scriptures. All right. It says, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. We're in the time of him being revealed, man. Okay. He has been fully exposed, revealed. The emperor has no clothes, all that, man. Okay? It says, for the mystery, verse 7, of iniquity doeth already work. Yeah, see, these elites, they was already, 2,000 years ago, they was working out their plans for a new world order, man. But it wasn't time 2,000 years ago. Now it's that time, all right? Now it's that time. All right, but they already had plans and designs for an NWO. Way back then, man, the mystery of iniquity was already working. When Paul was on the scene, it says, only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then so that wicked be revealed. The wicked is capitalized right there. That wicked should be revealed. Esau. Okay, Esau, the wicked. All right. It says, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. Well, he's being consumed right now. Who represents the spirit of the Lord's mouth? All right, who's the spirit of the Lord's mouth? The prophets. All right, beginning with the elder apostles of Great Millstone, down to the Zaquans, all right, the elders, the bishops, okay, and the men of the Lord. Every brother out here laboring, all right, on the four corners of the earth, singing the new song correctly, speaking the truth of the Bible, all right? And we got the 100% truth. And if you think that's braggadocious, who gives a shit, all right? Hey, you know what we boast in? We boast in The fact that we know and understand Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Jeremiah 9, verses 23 and 24 goes into that. All right? We don't boast in ourselves. All right? We glory in him, man. It says, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. What's that? Because the Lord's coming back during the midst of World War III when the nukes are in the air, man. That's the brightness of his coming. Right? Because he's coming in the chariots. Right? The chariots are going to be firing on Babylon, destroying shit. All right? And the nukes are going to, completely and totally destroy Babylon the Great. Babylon the Great is going to be thoroughly nuked and destroyed. They're going to burn forever. All right? A couple more verses here. It says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. And now he's in his time of doing miracles on the left-hand side. All right? Causing the deaf to speak. Causing the deaf to hear, causing the dumb to speak. Causing the crippled or maimed to walk. All right, through these implants, okay, through his technology on the left-hand side. Those are those signs and lying wonders he's gonna do, man. All right, he's doing that on the left-hand side. Hey, in a not too distant future, you're gonna have the men of the Lord actually healing people on the right-hand side, man. The days of Acts are about to be played out all over again, man. They're about to play out